meantime retracement maybe to this zone, okay, to that zone before price would now sell to the downside. Okay, but what if price does not sell? Okay, we would be only interested. Welcome back at FX right here, the prophetic analyst. So welcome back to our weekly market focus. As you can see, for last week we had a very awesome week, and using our forecast of entries and exits for price on where we can enter and make money for ourselves. Okay, so this week we are going to be analyzing price for the week of the 11th of March to the 15th of March. Okay, so first of all, we like starting with our fundamentals. Okay, as you can see here on Forex Factory, I've highlighted my red folders. I'm only interested in the high impact news that may have more impact on our currencies, okay, which is more like the GDP and the USD and the AUD pace. Okay, so we have some fundamentals for Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. Okay, and on Tuesday I think we have some core PPIs for the Usdjpy, and Wednesday we have the gross domestic product, okay, monthly. Okay, and for Thursday we have a core PPI again for Usdjpy and unemployment claims, and Friday we have Empire State Manufacturer. So these are more like the fundamentals, okay, the macroeconomic news, high impact news I will be looking forward for the new week. This will help our analysis to be easy, okay, to know where to enter, when to enter, and when we should be expecting more volume in the markets. That's the essence of our fundamental knowledge. So without further ado, let's dive into the chart and see how we can make money together this week. Okay, first off, we start with the DXY. Okay, with the DXY for last week, you guys saw how we were able to predict DXY into precision, and price was somewhere around here. I predicted into precision of the fall on the dollar, okay, on the decline on the dollar all the way to the downside. Okay, so for this week, I would be also looking forward for more of a bullish, a buy to sell scenario, okay, for the DXY for last week. If you did not watch our video and you think we are capping, here is the video. Okay, I would love to see price break this support level to the downside and go all the way to the 103 area, okay, which is where I have my arrow here. Then probably we can now look for bullish continuations. But if you may ask me on which I would choose, I would really prefer DXY to sell all the way to the downside. Okay, welcome back. I hope you have seen how we were able to predict the DXY into precision. So for this week, what we are looking at for the DXY has been giving us some very nice bearish trend, just like we predicted last week, and we made so much money trading other pairs, the opposite index pairs for it, which we are going to treat it later on in this video. So for this week, we'll be looking for the DXY. Okay, so I would like to take this off, okay, because we are done with that sales. Okay, so for this week, we'll be looking more like a buy sell scenario. So I'll give you guys levels or entries, areas in which we prefer or would love price to start reversing from. Okay, so I'll bring this down a little bit. Okay, I'll bring that down a little bit. Okay, so we'll have two scenarios which will be like a buy sell scenario. So we'll be looking out for price to push up to this zone and a sell continuation all the way to the downside. Okay, so from price to react of the 103 level, okay, which is this zone, and we should be looking out for next target all the way to this support, which is our 101 level, which is the support all the way down there. But what if price does not react of this area? Okay, mind you, like I said, this is a buy sell, so that means we'll be having some bullishness, okay, some hawkish move, bullishness to the upside, then a drop. Okay, so what if price fails to react of this zone? We have another zone in which we are going to take into consideration, which is this next zone, which I had already marked out. Okay, so we'll be expecting price to get into that zone, okay, to get into this zone and drop all the way to the downside. So that means if price has to reverse all the way back here, we may be having more of bullishness on the dollar, okay, more of bullish trend on the dollar for the week, and before we may have this the bigger move, which is the bearishness to the downside. So I'll keep it at that. Okay, I'll keep it at that. So for this week, we should bear in mind that price is more like a buy sell scenario. And if we go to our daily time frame, on our daily time frame on the DXY, okay, you see price is also creating a chart pattern somewhere inside here. If you look here, see price is creating what, left shoulder, a head, and a right shoulder. Okay, so what price is trying to do right here, is coming back into this area. Okay, price is coming back to this area to retest that that neckline, okay, before it will give us a proper move. Though fortunately we already had a bigger move all the way to the downside, but price could reverse back into this zone, okay, and give us a better and more serious bearish move to the downside for the dollar. But so that's why my scenarios for the week is a buy sell scenario, okay, for the DXY. So up next is a Euro USD. For Euro USD for the week, okay, you guys saw how we were able to predict this Euro USD. We had signals were being sent to our free Telegram community and our VIP, and a lot of people make money from it. So which you guys can see, we predicted price to clearing these highs and bullish continuations to the upside and a retest on that same zone, and price to push all the way to the downside. So if you think we are copying or you missed last week's video, you did not watch it, to show how prolificent we are, you can, here is the video. Okay, so if price also breaks out to the upside, this is what we'll be looking for. We'll be looking for price to break to the upside, retest here, and a push continuation to at least our 1.0929, okay, which is this blue line all the way up there. Okay, a break and retest of the upside, okay, of price to the upside. But if you may ask me, I would really love to favor the upside for a reason of indirectly correlation with the dollar index. All right, I hope you guys saw how we were able to predict the Euro USD into precision, and you guys, a lot of people made some money from it, which you guys see. So if you are not on a free Telegram community, please do go to click on the link on the description below to join our free Telegram community. There we drop free forex educational content, signals, and we host free live sessions. Okay, so if you're still watching this video to this period, do want to smash the subscribe button, like, share our content. So going ahead for the new week, okay, we would be looking for, as we predicted last week, this was one of the trades that we took for the buy scenarios for last week. For this week, we'll be looking for a sell to buy scenario, actually, okay, a little bit of retracement of price into this zone. Okay, I'll be giving you two zones in which you should be looking price reaction of. Okay, so a little bit of retracement into this zone, price to come into this zone, and a push continuations to the upside. And mind you, we have a blue line here. If you squeeze our screen, you see is actually a resistance level. That's why we're having some sort of ranges around here. Okay, so we're expecting price to push into the 1.09103 area, or if price fails to react, okay, push a sell buy scenario here, we should be expecting a deeper retracement into this other zone. Okay, our zone of the 1.08600 area. Okay, so we should be expecting price to move either from those zones. So that would be like a sell buy scenario. Okay, so mark these areas. It's always important you mark these areas on your screen or on your PC and look forward for trade entries of them. So next up is GBP USD. Okay, for GBP USD, you guys can see how GBP USD was super bullish, had a very nice trend for last week, and a lot of you also made money from it, okay, which I hosted a free live session on the free Telegram community, showing you guys levels and areas we can mark out. Even from the last week video, you guys saw these two levels that we marked out, and I predicted price to do what, break, retests on that zone and push continuations to the upside, which is what you guys saw here. Okay, so and last week I think we banked more than 200 pips plus, trading different pays, okay, which this was still one of the pays. Okay, so if you didn't watch our last week video or how we predicted price into precision, I'm going to add the before and after somewhere around this video. Here is the video. This is what I'll be looking out for GBP USD for this week. Okay, price to clear these highs, okay, retest day and push continuations at least to this resistance level, like you guys can see all the way here, which is the 1.2777777. okay, the 27777. Let me extend that zone. Okay, price push continuations to that area. But let's say, okay, welcome back. I hope you saw how well we were able to predict the GBP USD into precision. Okay, so for this week, let's go to our daily time frame, because we had some strong bullishness inside here already. Okay, let's go into a daily time frame. Okay, like from a few weeks ago, I think a week or two ago, we were expecting price to react off here, which will still keep it that way. Okay, we'll still keep it that way. So we'll be expecting price to react off this zone, okay, off this zone, and a push continuations to the upside. That means a retracement and the actual trend is bullish. Okay, if price fails to react off this zone, the next level that we'll be looking out for is this level. Okay, let me mark out this level, which is almost a very big retracement back to this zone. While I'm using my daily time frame, is the 4-hour time frame is quite noisy. Okay, so you have to squeeze your screen to get the proper area. So if price fails to react over here, you'll be respecting some bearishness into this zone and push continuations to the upside. Okay, let me shift this to this other side. Yeah, like so. Okay, so either of these areas are the zones in which we are looking out for price to react on. Easy busy, trading shouldn't be complicated. Let's just do it that way and you can make some money for yourself. So up next is the gold, XAUSD. Gold has been super bullish for some months now. Okay, sorry, for some weeks now, not for some months now. Okay, if you look here on a higher time frame, gold has been in a range for the past 4 years since 2020. Okay, all of this was in a range. So currently is now has been the time gold has been able to break out of that high. Okay, so we hope it also closed from that high. Okay, so the monthly time frame also closed bullish or somehow above this high. Okay, so let's go down to our weekly time frame. Well, our weekly time frame, we can now see a break and a close. A candle has actually closed above these highs for the first time. Okay, this particular candle here, let me zoom out. This particular candle here has closed above all the other highs for the first time, and even a better close up here above this week. Okay, so where are the next levels that we should be looking out for on gold? For gold, the bearishness is too much. Okay, but on a bigger picture, okay, for a bigger bullish continuations, actually bear in mind gold has been bullish. We should be looking for gold to push all the way into the 2087 area and push continuations to the upside. Or if price fails there, we should be looking at the 2057 area, the push continuations to the upside, but that may take too much of time. So how can we take trades off gold for next week? Okay, let's keep scaling down to our lower time frame. Okay, let's go to as low as 15 minutes to see how we can, okay, as low as 15 minutes to see how we can make entries of gold for the week. Okay, I already had my setup here, so all we just have to do is to be patient enough for price to, okay, either of these zones are what we'll be looking out for on gold. Okay, because price seems to be creating what, a left shoulder, a head, and apparently I believe price should be giving us a right shoulder around this zone and the push continuations to the downside. Okay, so if this actually happens, okay, if this actually happens, the head and shoulder which is not yet confirmed. It will only be confirmed when we have a break on this neckline. Okay, so this would be the two areas that I'll be looking out for sales. Okay, price coming to the 2181, okay, 2181 zone, and a push down to the downside, or price, if price is able to push all the way to that downside there, okay, price should clear the support and we can add more entries on the 69 area and then push continuations to the downside, at least to where we have this black line, which is the 2048, okay, which is the 2048 area, and a more push to the downside. So for next week, I would love gold to be bearish. Okay, so like I said, let me go back to the 15-minute time frame. Like I said, always mark out this zone. You can screenshot it, pause the video, screenshot it, and mark it out on your PC or your phone, all right, so that you could know what to do when price opens. And smash that like button, guys. Smash the like button. Appreciate our videos with the like button. So up next is the Usdjpy, which was one of the best pays that we took for last week, okay, which is smashed over 200 pips plus. Signals were being sent on our free Telegram community, link on the description below. And I hosted live sessions. Most of the trades were being taken live, and we called, you guys can see last week, we actually, if you watch our last week video, we actually called all the bearishness of the Usdjpy all the way to the downside. Okay, so if you actually doubt me or you think we are capping, here is the video. Usdjpy, I would prefer price to clear this support area and push continuations to at least first level target should be our 148 area, which is a zone. Then we can target all the way to our 147 area, okay, which is the zone 2, okay, but one zone at a time, okay, sells all the way to this area. But for the meantime, we may have some, mind you, that the range also on the USDP is also affecting here. So remember, this is also a range. Okay, so what if price does not clear to the downside? I even think we will be having some meantime retracement, maybe to this zone, okay, to that zone before price would now sell to the downside. Okay, welcome back, guys. I hope you can see how we were able to predict Usdjpy into precision, and we caught over 200 pips plus, just traded only this pair, okay, on the Usdjpy. Okay, we called all the way from this top here. We had two entries, this entry and another entry on the lower time frame on the 15 minutes. Okay, so where are the next levels that we'll be looking out for entries of the Usdjpy pair for the new week? Okay, so first of all, I'll be looking out for price is more likely on a support area, which is this blue line here. So I'll be looking for a buy sell scenario, just like what's happening on the DXY. Okay, price is coming to the 147738 zone and bearish continuations to the downside, okay, for that to happen. And if price fails to sell from there, our next level would be our 1478 zone, okay, and a bearish continuation to the downside. So you looking at this means that if price has to come to this area, that means price would be bullish all the way to that area. So that makes it a buy sell scenario, okay, which if you had to choose either side, I would love more of the sales, okay, but price has to buy, which is actually a retracement. But if we go to our daily time frame, guys, if you go to our daily time frame, okay, you see something that price is trying to do. Price is trying to do something there on our daily time frame. Okay, let's mark this out. Price is trying to do something on a daily time frame. This is actually a neckline of that support and resistance. Okay, so if price missed either of those two zones that we marked out, we still have a third level. Okay, we still have a third level of price push all the way to this upside of the 149656 area, okay, and a push continuations to the downside. Okay, so these are actually the scenarios, okay, that we'll be looking out for on the Usdjpy pair. And up next is AUDUSD, the last but not the least. AUDUSD has been super bullish. We actually predicted some we actually predicted the bullishness, and we actually traded the retracement for last week, which price it was too juicy, the setup, okay, the bearishness setup was too juicy for me to let it go, okay, which we traded the bearishness of this, and we also sent a signal across to our community, and everyone made money. Okay, so like I said, if you're not on a community, click on the link on the description below. You see the link that will lead you to our community, our Telegram community. So you see how we predicted this price to come into this zone, react, and a bearishness all the way to the downside. Okay, but although we knew that the actual trend was a bullish trend, okay, but like I said, the bearish setup was one of my A kind of setups, and it was too juicy for me to let it go. So that's why I actually had to trade the bearishness, and we knew where to enter and where to leave. That's where your risk to reward has to come into place. Okay, I just went for my 1:2. And I left the markets before even the actual trend of the continuation came about. Okay, so even for last week, you can see price had to break these highs, retest, and a push continuations to the upside. If you did not watch last week's video and you think we are capping, here is the video. Ranging around this area and a massive drop. Okay, let me bring my arrow, place it there. A massive drop may happen somewhere around this zone to the 0.645 area, which is this next support area here. Or what if okay, welcome back. I hope you see how we were able to predict AUDUSD into precision for last week, and these are the kind of knowledge and this thing and setups that you could be having if you're using our strategy to place trades. Okay, so for this week, price has been super bearish. Price has been super bullish for a while, so I'll just go to my higher time frame to make things easier, guys. Okay, so I'll be looking, first of all, I'll be looking for price to react off this phase zone here, which is the 0.661 area, and a push continuations to the upside. But I don't really think price would react off here and start buying, but if it does, we'll still enter. That's why we have this zone first. But our next second zone, which will really make sense and it would be nice for price to come into, is this zone of the 0.656 area and a push continuations to the upside. Okay, so what does this mean? This means that price will do what? Will be bearish before the bullish continuations, which the bullishness is the actual bigger picture. Okay, and if price still fails off there, we still have a little minor zone which I've just seen here. Okay, which I've just seen here. Price could still come inside here and a push continuations to the upside. Okay, so just like I always say, mark out these zones on your PC and see how you can make money and make something good for yourself. Okay, so that's it for this week's analysis, guys, and do well to like our video, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so that you could be notified when we drop FOREX educational content like this. And also let us know what you're seeing on your chart from your own analysis. Okay, drop it on the comment section if you see same thing or not, and also drop some comment on the comment section. Click the like button, like, share, and subscribe. Always help us share our content across the social media platform, because that's the only way you could encourage us dropping more free forex educational contents like we do, and join our free Telegram community if you want to learn from us. Okay, and if you need our either of our services, you can join our Telegram community. From there you can contact me, and we are going to show you the setup and our trading strategy, how we can use to be part of our mentees too. So follow me on Twitter at admire_fx. Okay, and always remember to plan your trades and trade your plan. See you guys next week. Ciao.